The great thing about our Thinkers in Residence program, which is the only one of its kind in the world, is that the thinkers don't just come to Adelaide to see me or members of Cabinet, members of Parliament. They actually go out and meet with South Australians. So for instance, Roseanne Haggerty came here with ideas about how we could tackle homelessness. And through her Common Ground initiative and other recommendations that have now been taken up by our Social Inclusion initiative, we're the only state where homelessness has gone down. Jeff Mulgan, who was a Chief Policy Advisor to Tony Blair at 10 Downing Street and a world expert on social innovation, came here with some great ideas on how South Australia and Adelaide could continue to be the pace setter for social reform. In fact, the National Centre for Social Innovation is now based in Adelaide as a result of Jeff Mulgan's recommendations. Professor Laura Lee came here, for instance, to assist us on design and architecture, not just the design of buildings, but also the design of the spaces between, so that we could have a more livable city. As a result of her recommendations, we've established the Integrated Design Commission here in Adelaide, which I think will be the model for the rest of the country in terms of how we can better design our cities, have better planning, and also make sure that we're places where people want to live, learn and work. Moira Smith, a British expert in biotechnology, she came here, and as a result of her residency we put millions of dollars into establishing a bioscience incubator down at Theberton, which has been incredibly successful. Baroness Susan Greenfield came here to advise us on how we could raise the scientific literacy of our community and also get kids to embrace science and maths. And of course that's now a big issue nationally. We're ahead of the game because of Susan's residency here. And of course the Royal Institution of Science, after 200 years plus in Britain, has now established a satellite here in Adelaide that services the nation on promoting science education. We've also got the Australian Science Media Centre, which services all the media around the country on scientific issues and is plugged into thousands of scientists. And in water, a critical area for South Australia, Peter Cullen came here as a thinker in residence, and his assistance and recommendations helped us address the water crisis, the crisis over the River Murray, before it happened. Climate change is a big issue that confronts the world. Here in South Australia, because of Herbert Girardet and Stephen Schneider, who were our thinkers in residence, we're able to be the third place in the world to pass climate change legislation to reduce greenhouse gases. We also now lead Australia easily on renewable energy. In fact, if South Australia was a nation, not just a state, we'd be second only to Denmark in terms of the proportion of our electricity that comes from renewables. We've been able to set the pace, and we now are regarded as an international as well as national leader because we grabbed the advice of those thinkers in residence, ran with it and did it quickly. It was about action, not words.